A visitor. A ghost in the gray. You saw my beacon, and you could not resist. You may wonder at who I am, at my purpose here. Be not afraid, Cypher. I am your friend, and will not lead you astray. My ambitions and the hopes of those who serve me are grand indeed. One day you will see. Here is a small gift for your efforts. Let it never be said that I am not kind to my instruments. I hope we may collaborate again. We meet again, Cypher. I could not be happier, truly. Perhaps you rankle at the thought of working with a voice whose face you do not know, an intelligence whose motives confuse you. Yet your desire to understand, to collect, to master, it overbears you. And here you are, eager for an answer. I imagine your benefactors liken the discovery of the triple helix to the splitting of the atom. Was it a net positive for mankind, or an irrevocable mistake? You have, on the one hand, nuclear technology, fission to power the Earth and provide us with almost limitless energy. On the other hand, the nuclear bomb, capable of ending all human life on Earth. So the question is, should you never have split the atom for fear of it killing your kind? Or should you revel in your discovery of newer and greater technologies and revel in the symptoms of your subgenius? I think so. I do. I suppose there is no final answer, is there? It all boils down to temperament. Please accept a small token of my appreciation. I trust you to use it wisely. Until next time, Cypher, stay safe. During the revolution, a doctor, a priest, and an engineer were sentenced to die for some inane reason. On the day of their execution, they were taken together to a public square and lined up beside the guillotine. The executioner read the charges against them, then escorted the priest to the top of the platform, claiming he wished to have a view of heaven in his final moments. The priest made the odd request to lay on his back with his eyes to the sky. The request was granted, and the priest stretched out, supine. The executioner pulled the lever. The blade came plunging down. To everyone's surprise, the blade stopped short of its goal. The executioner, believing this was an act of divine intervention, released the priest, sparing him from death. Next up was the doctor, a timid and anxious man. He mounted the platform and lay down on the guillotine's bed in the usual manner, face down. The executioner pulled the lever. The blade dropped, and again it stopped shy of its goal. Another act of divine intervention. The doctor was released. Finally, it was the engineer's turn. Being a curious man, he too asked to lie on his back so he could better understand the operation of the machine that would end his life. He mounted the platform and took his place, his eyes ranging over the instrument above him. The executioner reached for the handle. Suddenly, the engineer cried out. "Gentlemen," he said, pointing at the blade, "I believe I see the problem." This is a marvelous day for you and all your kind. I promise this and long, languid days of prosperity ahead. Return to me when you can, here in the gray. This is where your kind belong. This is your next and final stage. This, my instrument, is where your future begins.